Channeling Jesus to improve your life is a concept that may seem unfamiliar to many, but it is rooted in the idea of embracing the teachings and principles of Jesus Christ to guide your thoughts, actions, and decisions. By incorporating Jesus' wisdom and values into your daily life, you can experience a profound transformation that leads to greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Here are some tips and tricks on how to channel Jesus and improve your life. First and foremost, it is essential to develop a deeper understanding of Jesus' teachings and principles. This can be achieved by reading the Bible, particularly the New Testament, and reflecting on the parables, sermons, and interactions that Jesus had with others. Pay attention to the values that he emphasized, such as love, compassion, forgiveness, and humility. As you study Jesus' teachings, ask yourself how you can apply these values to your own life and relationships. Another crucial aspect of channeling Jesus is to cultivate a sense of inner peace and calm. Jesus often retreated to quiet places to pray and meditate, and he encouraged his followers to do the same. Take time each day to sit in silence, breathe deeply, and focus on your inner self. This can help you to connect with your inner guidance and intuition, and to discern God's will for your life. You can also practice mindfulness and meditation to calm your mind and emotions, and to become more present in the moment. In addition to developing a deeper understanding of Jesus' teachings and cultivating inner peace, it is also important to practice self-reflection and self-awareness. Jesus taught that we must examine our own hearts and motivations, and confront our own weaknesses and shortcomings. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and ask yourself if they align with Jesus' teachings. Be honest with yourself, and acknowledge areas where you need to grow and improve. Forgiveness is another key aspect of channeling Jesus. Jesus taught that we must forgive others just as God forgives us. Holding on to grudges and resentment can weigh us down and prevent us from moving forward in our lives. Practice forgiveness by letting go of past hurts and resentments, and by choosing to see others through the eyes of love and compassion. Remember that forgiveness is not always easy, but it is a process that can bring healing and liberation to our lives. Jesus also taught the importance of serving others and living a life of purpose and meaning. He said that we must love our neighbors as ourselves, and that we must use our talents and gifts to serve others. Look for ways to serve others in your community, whether through volunteering, donating to charity, or simply being a supportive friend and family member. By putting the needs of others before our own, we can experience a sense of joy and fulfillment that comes from living a life of purpose and meaning. Finally, it is essential to trust in God's plan and provision for our lives. Jesus taught that we must have faith and trust in God's goodness and love, even when we do not understand what is happening in our lives. Practice trusting in God's plan by letting go of control and surrendering to His will. Remember that God's ways are not our ways, and that His timing is not our timing. By trusting in God's plan, we can experience a sense of peace and security that comes from knowing that we are not alone in this world. In conclusion, channeling Jesus to improve your life is a journey that requires commitment, dedication, and practice. By studying Jesus' teachings, cultivating inner peace, practicing self-reflection and forgiveness, serving others, and trusting in God's plan, you can experience a profound transformation that leads to greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Remember that Jesus is not just a historical figure, but a living presence who can guide and direct you in your life. By following His teachings and principles, you can become the person that God created you to be, and live a life that is filled with purpose, meaning, and joy.